morning, SS1 Mathematics class. I hope you are doing very well. I'm also doing fine by the grace of God. Yes, it's only this COVID we are all protecting ourselves against. How is Gabriela, my mathematics class prefect? Constancia, Anna, Liberato, Fermin, Carlos, Pedro, and the rest. I hope you are all doing fine. I'm also doing fine by the grace of God. Yes, but I'm still insisting that you are not helping me at all. You are not letting the learning process go on at all. Because up to now, with the exception of Fermin and Carlos and Liberato's mother, who have promised that he's going to bring the work of Liberato today or tomorrow, the rest, nothing has been heard about you. I'm still insisting that these are the marks I'm going to use to prepare your termly report cards. It is very, very important you participate in this online lesson in order for us to assess you at the end of the day so that we know whether you are going to be promoted or you are going to be repeated. Please, it is very, very important. So try to do the work. It is only for me and to some extent Liberato's mother who has promised to bring the work of Liberato. With the exception of these three students, all of you haven't brought your work up to date since we started this online lesson from the 14th of April. Please, it is important. Okay, now the last time that I sent a video, it was on equations involving x on both sides. Today we are moving ahead. We are going to be talking about equations involving fractions. You and I know that fractions are usually segmented numbers. When you say segmented numbers, it means there's a number or it has been divided, a number which has been divided into two. One at the top, one at the down. The top one is called the numerator, the down one is the denominator. And in this case, it is accompanied with a variable. It's accompanied with a variable. When you say a variable, it means it can be, the variable can be x, it can be y, it can be p, it can be a. That is why we say it's a variable, because it varies. It changes. Yes, it changes. So basically, now let us look at what are equations with fractions. They are equations that contains fractions. And I've already explained what a fraction is. A fraction is a segmented number. One at the top, one at the down. The one at the top called the numerator, the one at the down called the denominator. Now, it includes variables and whole numbers. So, variables, whole numbers, and then fractions. All these three put together brings an equation which involves a fraction. The whole number, the variable, and then the fraction. The whole number, you know, it can be a positive or negative number. The variable, it can be A, B, C, or D. And then the fraction. The fraction can be 2 out of 3, 4 out of 4, this out of that. So that is that. So basically, there are equations that contain fractions, variables, and whole numbers. Usually, the variables are equated to the fraction. They are equated. When we say an equation, I explained this several times in class that in mathematics we have two things. We have a statement and then we have equation. A statement doesn't contain an equal to sign. An equation contains an equal to sign. Yes, I hope you remember now. Okay, now usually variables are equated to the fractions or a whole number. For example, 7 out of x. This is an example I want us to have a look at. 7 out of x equals 8. So you can see this is a fraction. At the same time, it contains a variable which is x. And at the same time, this is a whole number. So this satisfies an equation. And how do we go about this? How do we solve it? You have to shift this x to your right hand side. You shift it to your right hand side. Always shift it to your right hand side. Or when they shift it here, you shift it to your left hand side. So this is how it goes. X will go here to become 8 multiplied by x, and this will be 7. So 7 will be equal to 8 multiplied by x, which is 8x. I hope you are following. Yes, good. Now, always we divide both sides of the equation with the coefficient of x. The coefficient of x, that's the number which is attached to x. That is what we call coefficient. Yes, that is what we call the coefficient. So the coefficient of x is 8. Therefore, we divide both sides by 8. So it becomes 8, 8. So 8 will divide itself out, and it will be left with x and 7 out of 8. So x will be equal to 7 out of 8, and that will be our answer. Now let's take another example, which is 3x. Another example, which is 3x out of 4 is equal to 2. Yes, so that is what we have now. What do we do? We shift the number which is divided to the right hand side. So this becomes 3x equals 2 multiplied by this 4. So this will in turn give us 2 multiplied by 4 is 8. And then 3x. So we divide with the coefficient. 3 will divide, and then x will be equal to 8 out of 3. So basically, this is how to solve equations that involves brackets. Very, very easy. Very, very simple. I hope you can be able to do that. It is very, very simple. Now, let's look at the top here. There are some examples I want us to quickly go through. 3 out of x equals 5. What do we do? We shift this here. So this becomes 3 equals to 5x, because we multiply 5 with x. So we have 5x. So what do we do? We divide both sides with the coefficient, which is 5, and then this is 5. So 5 will go, 5 will go, and then our x will find out with 3 out of 5. That is our answer. It goes to the second one, the third one, the fourth one, and the fifth one. Please, I will entreat you to go to our book, that is the mathematics books that you are having. Go to page 48 to 49. Page 48 to 49. Exercise 6. Exercise 6. Exercise 6. Please. And then you have to answer questions 1 to 25. Sorry, to 35, as on the board. Questions 1 to 35. Please, it is very, very important for me. Please. I want to have your work, mark it, and then record your marks so that I'll be able to prepare or to submit your marks for your report cards. Thank you very much, Gabriela. It's been a long time I heard from you. It's been a very long time. I hope you are doing fine. Anna, Constancia, Natalia, Pedro, Fermin, Carlos, Liberato, my good friend, and then the rest. Thank you very much. Continue staying safe and keeping yourselves together. I want to have this work by Friday. Today is Wednesday. This work in particular, I want to have it by Friday. And I'll be very happy if you present it in addition to the previous work that I've given you. So please, 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 I don't want to represent your marks with 0, 0 or dash, dash, dash. I don't like that. I've been telling you. Yes. So I hope you present your work as I've said. Thank you very much, and may God bless you. Continue staying safe. Bye bye.